It's been almost 3 years into the implementation of the new curriculum, and teachers across the country are yet to access the required learning materials. The new standards-based curriculum, which was implemented in September 2019, was rolled out from kindergarten to class 6 in primary schools. President Akufo-Addo, who announced the implementation, indicated that the new curriculum would focus on making children confident, innovative, creative thinkers, digitally literate, well-rounded and patriotic citizens. The new curriculum comes with an extension of closing time between 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. to increase contact hours. Teachers are generally expected to act as facilitators, while learners maneuver their ways to broaden and develop understanding. After this announcement, teachers were assured of the prompt availability of learning materials for the effective implementation of the program. However, this promise has not been fulfilled by government. How have teachers been coping with the situation? Thomas Musa is the General Secretary of the Ghana National Association of Teachers.
Once the books are not there, it means that we have two options. What are the options? The curriculum is there. The curriculum tells you the course outline for the complete period of the GHSP, what the GHS people should know. You have that one. But the content is missing. So what the teacher will then do is that the teacher will then look at the curriculum, go and do his own research, then use the methodology or the pedagogy that is available to him to teach the child. But guess what? When that is done, the child will have nothing to engage with.
Amidst pressure from teacher unions to release the textbooks, some materials, which were described as derogatory and loaded with ethnic bigotry, published by Bedun Kansa, made its way into the public domain. It attracted criticisms from the populace, which also saw members of parliament demanding their immediate withdrawal. Education think tank Africa Education Watch says the current imbalance and agitations within the education sector could have been avoided if government completely ensured the accessibility of the learning materials before the rollout.
We raised the issue about the textbooks. That are the textbooks for the rollout of the new curriculum ready? And if they are ready, are they available in every school from day one? Because in the past, we've had new curricula rolled out without the complement of textbooks. And then they said, oh, we are working on it. And then before we realized that they were in a hurry to push the curriculum through and start implementation before the elections. It was obvious that it was a political objective to start the curriculum after they have completed the review. So avoidable mistake. We knew it was going to be happening, but unfortunately for politically expedient reasons, we rushed through to implement the curriculum.
A deputy ranking member on the Education Committee of Parliament, Dr. Clement Apak, says the poor implementation of the program is a display of government incompetence.
I think it's an embarrassment to government. It exposes government's incompetence, and it shows that this Akufo-Addo Bawumia government has never been serious in as far as the welfare of Ghanaians are concerned. It simply does not make sense that the government introduces a new curriculum willingly, not under duress. Nobody had put a gun to anybody's head. And 3 years down the line, we still do not have textbooks to complement the new curriculum. Then you ask yourself, how are the teachers teaching the students? How are the students learning? And so parents and teachers have every right to feel deceived and to agitate because it is long overdue and it simply can no longer be justified.
What could be the long-term implications of the situation on the performance of students? Here is the Executive Director of Africa Education Watch, Kofi Asare.
Students do not have the books that they need to continue learning from when they go home, which is a function of the teaching process. So it means that if you look at the approach, it means that we are doing even worse than previously, because in the previous curriculum there were textbooks. So even when there were textbooks, you were doing proficiency rate of about 25% for primary 6 pupils after 6 years in primary school in maths and English. Sometimes 25 for maths and then 20 for English. So it will be unconscionable for anyone to expect that we will be scoring higher marks now that there are no textbooks.
Dr. Clement Apak adds that Parliament awaits a response from the Education Minister on the status of the academic materials.
In response to my follow-up question, I asked the Minister to give us a definite timeline. He told us at the time, and it is over a month ago, that in 3 months. So we are counting. We would see whether 3 months after the Minister responded to my follow-up question, we would see the textbooks based on the new curriculum. But nobody should blame teachers for agitating. I even think that the teachers have been very patient and magnanimous and tolerant. I mean, in the past, I don't believe the teachers would have tolerated this for this long.
Teacher unions have resolved to lay down their tools by the end of September 2021 if the books and other concerns are not addressed. They have therefore charged the government to urgently ensure the availability of the books.
Textbooks, they have no substitute. And for that matter, when you're talking about text, we are talking about content. What the children should know has no substitute. And we must, of a necessity, as a people, even if we don't have money and we need to go for loans, we need to get it done. Because if at the age of 4 years, the child doesn't get it right, within the next 3 years, you know what they will do? They will drop out of school.
Teacher unions are restless over the unavailability of textbooks for the effective implementation of the new curriculum. Now, these teacher unions and education think tanks want government to hasten the process for the release of these books as soon as possible. Reporting for City News, Bevelyn Langdon.